All right, so I got the name of the show. The show is called Moochie. Who killed Jill Halliburton? Sue, right? That's the name of it, right? Y'all look at it. Who Moochie? Who killed? You see this right here? Man, listen, this shit's so deep, man. Y'all gotta watch this shit, bro. This how people get railroaded. And now if you ask me, do I know for sure 100% that that young black boy didn't kill that woman? I can't say. I can't give you 100%. Can't nobody can, right? But him. Do I think that he did it? I don't think he done it. Do the police think he done it? The police don't think he done it, right? The police know who done it. The prosecutor know who done it. But just because his DNA was somewhere, and listen, they in not Dade County, they in the other county out in Florida. Um, Damn, what's the name of that? But they out in Florida, right? Where a number of niggas at, where they fuck niggas over when it come down to this DNA. They sent the DNA out. The DNA was sent back. It wasn't labeled and all this. So how did they come up with him? I think just to solve the case, when you get a rich person like that and to solve the case and they rich, they don't want to see the young white boy go to jail, pick a nigga. They already know that dog, they already know that dog had an arrest warrant. How do his DNA out of all this stabbing shit? Now, let me get to the story first. Because I'm not good at telling story, but let me get to your father on the way to work. He leaves for work. I'm just gonna give y'all the time, 11:30. He get to work 15 minutes later, 11:45. He looks at his camera. Just so happened he gets straight from work, get to work. He looks on his camera and he sees, just so happens, soon as he click on, listen to me, he leaves. As soon as he get to work, his own business now, his own practice. He's a teacher at a big college out there, right? A professor. So as soon as he gets into his shit, he checks his camera. Now, why would you check your cameras, bro? And first of all, why would you let your camera lapse? The bill wasn't paid on the cameras. So the bill had lapsed just then, not by like a day or two before that it had lapsed. So he go and he look at it. Now, you know it don't record. That's, look, one thing. It don't record. Once the bill is not paid, it don't record no more. But you can look at it as it's going. So what's the chances of him clicking on it as soon as he get to work and it's a burglar in your house and you just left? But he didn't think it was a burglar. He said he thought it was he said he seen a dude with something around his face and they threw something over the other camera. Both cameras was blocked. And so he said he called his son thinking it was a prank. He says, that son, is that you in the house? He said, no. He said, well, go over there and look at it. Now, why, if your son telling you that's not him that's in the camera, why would you send your son over to the house? Why not call 911? Number one, right? So the son gets over there. Now, if you thinking your mama home alone, there might be a burglar there. First thing you gonna do, you gonna grab a firearm, some knife, bat, something. You gonna go in, you gonna look around. Well, the son didn't do that. When the son walked in the house, he went straight to his room. Mind you, right? So he come down out of his room. He said he looked through the house. His mama was in the bathtub. First thing came to the son mind. The son said, the bathtub full of blood. His mama in the tub. He said, the first thing I thought my mama committed suicide. Now, what would make you? What would make your mother? You think your mother committed suicide? Of all shit that could have happened, your daddy just called you and said, if somebody in the house that got something around their face and you saying it's not you, you go over there thinking that it's somebody in the house, but you don't see him and you see your mama in a tub of fucking bloody water. And the first thing you think is your mama committed suicide. Then you pull her out. Start doing CPR on her, so you say. Call 911. Sir, what's wrong? What do you think happened to your mom? I think she committed suicide. Well, how the fuck is your mama had committed suicide when her fucking feet is bound? She's bound. Her feet and her hands had to be bound. So you pull your mama out the tub bound with shit and you telling the police that you think that your mother committed suicide? Right? Okay. So not all the evidence. So anyway, they get them both. They come, they pick the bitch up. They not bitch, you know what I mean? Fuck them. They pick these whole niggas up. They take them to the police station. The son says, first thing he said, the police officer said, "Hey, what would make you go straight to your room? And why weren't you scared of an intruder? You know, yada yada yada." He said, "Cause I had a knife in my pocket." He said, "Well, you had a knife in your pocket the whole time. Well, what did you do with the knife? Because you know when they arrested him, because they arrested him as a suspect. Well, what was the knife at? Where's the knife at now? It's in my car." Then he's like, "No, it's not in my car. No, okay, I lied. I didn't have a life. I just said that." So he was lying. Y'all got to look at this shit, the way he lied at first. Then the way the father shut up. Like, okay, the son talking too much. Like, all right, he tried to throw it off on the son. But he knew they ain't have enough evidence on the son. So anyway, time went on an investigation, right? So now they say they found the knife on the front porch. And it had a black boy's DNA. They ran the DNA. All of a sudden, it came back to a black guy that breaks in houses. What a coincidence. Now, nothing was stole from the house. The house looked ransacked, but there was no DNA. There was no DNA on none of the drawers that was out of place from the family. But the drawers was pulled out. The family's DNA was on the drawers, but not this black guy's. They only found the black guy fingerprints. So, I mean, DNA, I don't know what it was on the knife. Now, they looking like it was so little DNA on the knife that how, if you stabbing somebody and you get DNA on it, how is it not way more DNA on the knife? They found a little bit here and a little bit there. One spot they did, they didn't even have enough DNA to even test it for him, right? But a year or two later, they came and said, "Oh, it is him." So they trying to fuck the black boy. But the black boy made himself look bad because he escaped, right? He ran out the courtroom and got away. And they saying, "Oh, this make him look guilty." But niggas know, how do that make you look guilty? You facing a death penalty. You been in this bitch for years and you got a way to escape and get the fuck on. Nobody's helping you. I got a court-appointed lawyer. I'm about to try to get out here and prove my innocence. That's what he said. Okay, well, they like, well, this is a 15-year offense. So after that, he got caught trying to get a cell phone in. And with the cell phone, he started calling people like, "Hey, listen, just tell these people that I was here at this time." And they saying by him trying to make up an alibi to where he was at, that he was guilty, which is not true. Because listen, he's saying that he wasn't there the whole time. Y'all not believing him. The DNA is putting him there. So what he got to do, he have to make up a lie to get himself away from it, right? That's the only way. Y'all, it's DNA that's put me there that I know I wasn't there. Y'all put my DNA there. So how else can I get around this? I have to make up a story. So, but on the news and the prosecutor, this bitch know this boy didn't did it. She just wanted to prosecute this nigga. They know that the son done it. Everybody know that the son and father had something to do with this. The father married, not even a couple years later. He married right after the wife died. Was going with the bitch right after she died. I probably was going with him then. He probably left to go fuck the bitch then, the day she died. You know what I mean? So ain't no telling with that. There's nobody seen this black boy in this prestige. Nobody seen nothing at the house. There's no eyewitnesses. There's nothing but these little drops of DNA on a knife that's found outside the house with no blood on the motherfucker. The murder weapon, the knife that she's supposed to be hit across the head with, don't have his DNA on it. But yet you got the son and a father, whole story fucked up. The police, when it first started off, listen to me, the police kept saying, "We know you done." They arrested the boy first. "We know you done it. There's no way you didn't do this. You killed your mom. You did." They've been having problems, all type of shit. And it was a rageful killing. Now this boy known for breaking in houses, this Moochie dude, right? That's what he do. But they knew that too. The police some dirty bitches. They knew they wanted to get these people out of this shit. They found a nigga to stick to the hookup. There was so much shit in there. A lot of shit I know they ain't showing. Man, they had the first trial, the boy beat it. It was a mistrial because they couldn't come to terms on did he do it or not. Second trial, the jurors found him guilty. And you know they weren't of his peers. Like how can you find him guilty? Everybody, even the police, the detectives, everybody saying that this black boy didn't do it. But yet this prosecutor was so adamant that he done it and wanted this black boy locked up. They locked him up, man. Do I know 100% that this boy didn't do it? I don't. But one thing I know is this: there's not enough evidence to get him the death penalty or life in prison. It's all adding up to the father and the son. If it's not enough evidence to convict them, then damn sure it's not enough evidence to convict him. Flat the fuck out. And that's how a lot of cases is going now. Like, even though I don't think he had nothing to do with this. First of all, his motive, he's never been a killer. So why would I just break in a random white woman's house, bind her and throw her in a tub, and then stab her in the tub, and I haven't took shit out the house? A nigga gonna get something. And the only reason he gonna kill her if she putting up too much of a fight. Obviously, he restricted the fight because she was bound. But then when you look at it, there was no scratches on him. There was no sign of no type of fight with him. None of that shit. So they had no evidence. And listen, all the doors in the house was locked. All the doors in the house was locked. So they kick out the window, which that was his MO. But who don't break in houses like that? That's the typical burglar thing. You go through a patio door, you kick in a window. That's any burglar's MO, like they were saying. But they was like, there's no way he could have fit through there. And why in the fuck would you go out the same hole you went into when you could just open the fucking door and walk out the door? Why would you go through a glass fucking window that's broke that you can cut yourself on when all you got to do is just open the door and go out the back door? Because the door he broke, the glass that he broke was connected to a door that you could have reached your hand up in and opened. So it didn't make no sense, man. None of this shit makes sense. That's why I say, bro, this really hurt me that I don't have the power or the money to help people like that. Because there's no way. And fuck it, nigga. And this is shit. This to help blow a nigga. You can help people. You can help yourself by helping people. Like I said, I'm not thinking about helping myself as far as podcasting wise, but this would be some shit to go down there and say, hey, let's look into this. And maybe this can help. You know what I'm saying? People think because you help somebody and you do it and you put it on the internet, you doing it for the internet. No, my mind is really helping this young boy. But this can show a lot of people like, hey, man, this man didn't do this. And y'all taking years out of his life. So he got to do 20 years, 30 years before y'all realize, hey, this is not him. When all the evidence is right there, it's not him. But he's broke. These court-appointed lawyers not helping him. How did it take 7 years for him to go to trial? Most niggas be in jail not even fucking 6 months and go on a murder trial. Why he got to wait years and would have been waiting longer? Because he said, man, I'm going to have to wait. Why are you waiting years? See, some of these motherfuckers is different. Detroit, Michigan ain't like that. You ain't going to do more than 2 years. That's it, tops in the county. See, our counties and our jail prisons don't run together like Rikers Island. It's all one. Ours not like that. You go to the county first, then your ass going to trial before that 2 years. Believe me, it's very rare that you sit in jail more than 2 years fighting a murder case here. Yo, you know what I mean? Cool dude, man. Smooth, laid back. He wasn't worried about too much of nothing. I really don't think that boy did that, man. It just don't add up, man. It's adding up more that the son did it. Y'all got to watch this show, though, man. Like I say, this the name of the show right here, though. This is it. Who Killed Jill Halliburton? Sue Moochie. Man, y'all got to check that shit out, man. That's a deep show, man. It really make you think that this shit can happen to anybody. And the police play a dirty game. They've been caught so many times, man. And when you would think, like, why would they put DNA somewhere? His DNA wasn't even labeled when they sent it. You see what I'm saying? And then they sent it out. The DNA was sent back. Then they had to send it back out and all this shit, man, with no label on it. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know them people tamper with that shit. You know that man was a outstanding fucking whatever, and his name was good. They was trying to protect him. They was like, we got to close this case. They believe these upstanding motherfuckers so much that they like, okay, let's go get us a nigga and let's close this case. Because they don't want to keep the case open. If they were, you know what I mean? They damn sure ain't gonna lock this man's son up. It wasn't enough evidence. But if you can, but see, that's the difference though. That man had money. Nigga, it was enough circumstantial evidence to lock the son up. The lion, there was his knives that killed her. It was just enough circumstantial evidence about who the fuck. Come on, man. Who goes out a window today? Why are you going out a window? The house was all locked up. They had to use a key to get in the motherfucking house. The burglar didn't open one fucking door. So you telling me he broke out a sliding door and went back through the sliding door and we could have just, like I say, opened the motherfucker? So he gonna leave DNA on a knife that's left on the porch, but not the knife that killed her or hit her across the head. His DNA not on that. He didn't steal nothing. So this nigga just came in there, bound her, put her in the tub, and didn't steal nothing, but came back and killed her. And they say it was like a fit of rage. They was like, whoever done this was no stranger. The police put this all in the report, man. But this is crazy because this is how easy you can get caught up in some shit, and a lot of niggas in jail because of this. These white motherfuckers, boy, racist motherfuckers in high places, dog. But on another note, this is why so many motherfuckers getting out of jail, they not innocent. A lot of guilty motherfuckers getting out of jail because of police doing whole ass work like this. All these motherfuckers that's getting out of jail ain't innocent. Don't think that they innocent. It's just the fact that they should have never took them to trial. They should have waited or just left it cold. Because you really don't know if they did it or not. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying though? But a lot of guilty motherfuckers is getting let out because y'all motherfuckers doing dirty shit to have them locked up. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of shit going on against us black people. I mean, we do. We got a lot of shit going on with us, man. We got to get this shit going, man. We gotta gain more power out here. You know, even with the shit what Puffy did, we might not agree with what type of guy he is, but the way they just kidnapped this man, and what they did to Puffy, man, that's not right, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's not right, man. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to have been able to get him out of jail, bro. There's no way they should have been able to hold him like that all this time and still hold him. He's supposed to have a bond, bro. How did he not get a bond? That's kidnapping, dog. Could you imagine being somewhere and poor, though? At least Puffy had the money, but that's the problem. He had the money and still couldn't get a good fight. This poor nigga right here probably die in prison, kill himself in prison before they let him out. He has no chance, no voice. We cannot let them do that to us. Guilty or not, you still gonna have to go through a procedure. You see what I'm saying? You just can't lock us up and throw away the fucking key and say, yeah, if we want you guilty, you guilty. If not. That's too much power giving them, man. Because if they can do it to one of us, they can do it to all of us, bro. So we guilty or not, man, we gotta, for real, man, it's all about forgiveness. We gotta, guilty or not, dog, you gonna have to go through the proper procedures to get this motherfucker locked up. You know what I'm saying? Because, dog, could you picture your son locked up, daughter locked up? You know what I'm saying? Your mother or father or auntie or cousin or niece or nephew locked up. Somebody you love dearly. And you know they didn't do something. And they not be given a fair trial because you poor. Because you don't have no money to spend thousands of dollars on a lawyer. And won't no lawyer step up and help you. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about a lot. That's why I say fuck these lawyers too. When I used to think lawyers was I used to speak a lot highly about my lawyer. And then I thought about it, like, nigga, that ain't your friend. If you ain't got no money, you think she about to come fight for you, no matter how much you praise this motherfucker. Do you think without a dime she gonna come fight with you? Now, if you come up with the money, she might fight like hell because she know you. But half these lawyers not gonna, because see, some of these cases, dog, it can make your law firm bigger. If I was a lawyer and I knew from my heart a person didn't do something, and I know my name, I'ma fight that motherfucker for him. Because I done made enough money, but these motherfuckers so greedy they won't do it, man. Like that case with the girl from the McDonald's. The case with the girl who got out and shot them 3 niggas in Detroit for fucking with her brother. Top-notch lawyers need to jump on that shit and say, I'm gonna help you. I believe in your innocence. We gonna do a GoFundMe thing. Y'all can do that for. You know what I'm saying? The lawyer, y'all teach these motherfuckers how to set up a GoFundMe for these people innocence, man. We need something, bro. Like we was talking about a long time ago about going to jail. When a person go to jail and you really ain't got no money, dog, you got to think your appearance is everything. So when you get a person off the street, whether they guilty or innocent, in jail, after 30 days, you should at least have to be able to get a free haircut. You should at least be able to get a free button down to wear to court. You know what I'm saying? If you can't afford that type of shit. Like, why have a person go on this? Because they want you to go looking fucked up as you can. You know what I mean? A person can't afford a haircut. They been in that motherfucker for 3 months. You'll be looking like a motherfucking animal coming out of there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, we need some shit. That's what I want to start up, man. Some for you know what I mean? Everybody, man, hey, look, everybody deserves a second chance. Well, a lot of people do. Some people don't. These child molesting motherfuckers and certain people who kill this heinous, dirty mother who mentally disturbed motherfucker who just go kill somebody just to take their shit. No, I bet you deserve to be locked up forever. But these motherfuckers that running these streets, lost, killing each other for, and they both in that shit. I don't think they deserve life in prison. And we gotta build prisons. I think that not so much prisons. We need to build colleges that you can't get out. Mental institute, like a mental institution. We need to start building something like that for these motherfuckers who was hoped for. Like you got to get an education before you leave about this. This the only way you getting up out of here. You can get up out of here early, or you can do all this time. But you go in here, you get your GED, you learn you a skill, and if you can find and keep a job, we're gonna put you in the real world. And stop making these motherfuckers slave labor. Pay these people while they in prison, man. Let these people come out with something to start something. Make them want to do right. People be like, well, we gonna pay our money to send them. Yeah, you better. Yeah, I want to send my money to just send these motherfuckers to college. Fuck yeah, I want my taxpayer money to send these motherfuckers to college. Because why are you sending them to prison to come out and do worse? Make it make sense. People so hateful, man. Oh, I'm gonna go pay for them to be in jail and this and this. And so if you say, hey, start putting the big threes, the Fords, the General Motors, the Chrysler plants out here on these prisons and pay these guys half of what y'all would pay, but at least pay them something, $15 an hour, and they can save their money and pay a little something on. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? They can live, pay for their own shit, and stack some money to send to so when they get out, they got a skill and they got money. Then you ain't got a, what I'm saying? They got a fair chance at life when they come out this motherfucker. Then you just locking them up, making them worse, and setting them farther behind back. Because the older you get, the more shit it take for you to be a man. You know what I'm saying? The more shit you should have at a certain age. And then it's harder to catch up the older you get. So you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying with that. And that's what they doing now, man. They taking this time from people, and one thing you can't get back is time, man. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so a lot of people may not be innocent, but the time you are giving them for being guilty is way too much. Who the fuck are you, man? That's why I say all this time that they talking about giving motherfuckers, man. If I do fuck all this repeat offender shit. If you get caught 3 times with something, we gonna give you life. Man, get the suck 1,000 dicks, bitch, die with one in your mouth. Look, sentence me for what I done. Whether if you believe in me and you think you want to give me another chance, do that. Give me probation. But once I finish that probation with house arrest or get my GED and all this shit, it should go blank off my record. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I do some more shit, sentence me for that shit. Okay, you can't say, well, okay, you done it again. Nigga, sentence me accordingly. Okay, you can have that shit on your books. Okay, well, he been in trouble. He ain't learned his lesson. So, okay, the guidelines is this. 10 years on it. He did the same thing again, and the same thing, the guidelines is this. You shouldn't be able to jump over no guidelines. And this shit shouldn't hold you back in life. Having a felony shouldn't hold you back in life. Like, I shouldn't have to be this shit on my record so I can't get an apartment. I can't do this. I can't get a gun to protect myself. I don't give a fuck what I done in life. My amendment rights should be restored. That's the problem. Y'all making these guns so accessible, but yet so illegal. So you know what I'm saying? These kids are getting felonies at a young age, so they can't. That's what y'all doing. Y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all pushing this crack, these drugs, these guns in our community. And hopefully the 13 to 15-year-old, before they able enough to get legal, y'all want to fuck their lives up so they can't exercise their rights, so they can't get a good education, so they can't get a good place to stay. So they stay in the system and stay fucked up in and out of prison. This shit is purposely done, man. I see right through this shit, bro. And it's the shit I be trying to talk about. I done reach out to a whole bunch of news medias. Ain't nobody answering me back, man. That's why I say I need to run these numbers up, bro. I'm not just any podcaster talker. I'm not no gimmick type of motherfucker, bro. I'm on here for a real purpose. My purpose was to be funny. I'm an entertaining guy. But I'm also on a serious note. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real talk. And I'm Trap Talk Blue, man. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, and share button.